apparently Elon Musk on the campaign trail, and it's not apparently, I mean, we've seen this dude. I mean,
Yeah.
We'll send Ime the clip, but there's a clip of Elon just in the Oval Office. He's something on something.
He on that Musk pack.
Smoking on that Musk pack. It says, according to the New York Times, Elon Musk became one of Donald Trump's closest allies last year, leading ruckus rallies and donating $275 million to help him win the presidency. He was also known for using drugs far more intensely than previously known. Since Elon Musk's drug consumption went well beyond occasional use, he told people he was taking so much ketamine that it was affecting his bladder. He couldn't even go to.
Damn.
He also took ecstasy and psychedelic mushrooms. He traveled with a daily medication box. It kind of reminds me of, what was that movie? Face Off?
Hell yeah.
Where when he got on the plane,
Yeah, man.
he had the little thing, and it had all of his little drugs and shit in it. That held about 20 pills, including ones with the markings of the stimulant Adderall, according to a photo of the box and people who've seen it.
What's in the box?
So
what's in the box?
So I guess my question is, like, because again, it's, to me, this shows a lot about like white privilege and class privilege.
Because him and RFK are both fiends.
Right. I mean, literally, like, he's a fiend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's a billionaire.
You got crackheads in the White House, nigga.
Well, again,
like,
because he's a billionaire, it's like, you know, if it was anybody else.
Anybody.
Right? Particularly anybody. If anybody black and brown was just openly like, yo, we use ketamine. Or like you said, RFK openly use heroin. But he's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This is Elon Musk.
And the F the F stands for fiend. Please say the F.
And this is
Reezy F baby.
Yeah, and this is Elon Musk. So like people overlook that. Like he's admitted to being on ketamine.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, because he has this wealth, it somehow excuses. And again, like,
I think, but that's
we're not, and just to specify, we're not against people using drugs. We're not. We're not anti-drug use, but it's about how it's framed when a black and brown people use a drug, and we're in these, you know, a federal job. You're at Doge asking people to take drug tests while you're on ketamine, right? You're running RFK, running the Department of Health. And, you know, those employees have to be drug tested, and you're telling us about health when you're on heroin. You know what I'm saying? Or was on heroin.
It's annoying to me because a lot of the talking points of the right justify George Floyd's death because he battled with addiction.
Yes.
And Lauren Loomer made an extremely terrible joke on the 5-year anniversary passing of congratulations on being 5 years sober. And that there's none of that same energy for Elon Musk.
Correct.
Who is gutting all of these governmental processes and protocols and divisions and departments while under the heavy influence of illegal narcotics.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Class 1, Substance 1 felonies and in violation of what would be a federal employee. But I read that he has a special designation that exempts him from prosecution or federal mandates or something like that.
I mean, you know, they gave him that badge or whatever status that they gave him. Yeah.
So he literally just like bought his way around prosecution. But the fact that someone can be in this position under the influence of anything is indicative of not only white privilege, but where this administration is going, what they choose to turn a cheek to, what they choose to prosecute. They turn a blind eye. My bad. My bad.
You down with turning cheeks, brother?
Yeah.
You like a good cheek turn?
I mean, you know, depending on the position.
You are supposed to turn the other cheek. It is correct.
Yeah. You know, if it's from the side, you definitely turning the cheek.
Are we, Miracle? Are we off in this thinking that like there should be at least, again, this New York Times article comes out way after, like it didn't come out while it was happening, while Elon was on the campaign trail, that maybe would have affected maybe the different outcome of the election. I mean, obviously people had seen it. You know, there was reports in Trump's first presidency that he was using Adderall or using, you know, a lot of drugs as well.
I'm part of the Free the Drug movement. Yes. So I believe that people should be able to microdose and do whatever they need to do to manage it from day to day.
Yes.
I'm upset that for what Elon Musk is accused of doing, people are spending decades behind bars.
Absolutely.
Woo, come on.
Absolutely. Yes.
That is, to me, the problem, right? Because it shows you that you could have use disorder or use whatever substance you need to get through the day and do your job.
Yes.
So why have we criminalized and have some of the most restrictive penalties for people who use or sell drugs? I was reading, I can't remember which article, but they were talking about, like, even at Tesla, he was known to have this situation.
Yes.
So he would be alerted when there were drug tests coming, because a lot of places, when you operate machinery or you hold certain positions, you have to go through drug testing.
Yeah.
And so he has a whole system of people who make sure he doesn't get drug tested. He has a whole medical team that's giving him these prescriptions and making sure he's okay. Why can't everybody else have the same thing, right? Why can't everybody else have the same medical treatment and support as they use whatever they need to use, right? And I think that is my issue. It's like, okay, once again, white men get to be white men, and then black people just have to, because they're poor or because they're black or brown, have to languish in prison because they want to snort a little, little powder, a little 8-ball, a little hard and soft. Like, why can't my people be able to be in the Oval Office, zooming,
right? And it begs the conversation to all of Miracle's points about mandatory minimums, and about how you're looking at 10 years for some mandatory minimums for possession.
Absolutely.
Nonviolent crimes, you're looking in excess of 35 years for certain convictions on a federal level. And here goes Elon Musk completely free of prosecution.
Right.
Go ahead.
And if he's going state to state on the plane,
that's trafficking drugs.
Elon Musk is a drug trafficker.
That's literally the definition in federal court of trafficking drugs.
On a federal plane, so he's zooming.
Yeah.
Like, he really is the plug. And that is automatic, like 5 years.
That's a mandatory minimum.
And again, it's not like he's trying to hide it. According to this article, he has a box. Like, people have seen the box. Like, he has a box full of drugs. People know that's his box full of drugs. People know he has pills and ketamine and different things in this box. So it's not like he's trying to hide it. Obviously, if he's telling people, man, I'm using so much ketamine, I can't pee right.
I got a new name for him.
What's that?
Oh, Lord.
Pusha E.
Pusha E. Pusha E.
It's some drugs in the box.
But again, and it's interesting because at the same time, the legislator in Texas, which is a GOP Republican controlled legislator, banned like THC products.
Yeah, you can't even smoke weed in your house.
The sale of all THC. So again, it's like, okay, so while Republicans are criminalizing drug use all over the country and criminalizing people's attempt to, a lot of people use marijuana and what are people using these drugs for? Self-medication, self-care, right? Not having, you're cutting Medicare, you're cutting Medicaid. So like a lot of times people don't have access to the hospitals, or they might be in medical debt or whatever. So people are self-medicating. That's what they're doing. And when people were able to use marijuana, a lot of people are using marijuana because they have some mental issues that the use of marijuana helps. Why Elon doesn't have to explain his drug use? RFK doesn't have to explain his, but we have to explain ours. And now if we use drugs, or when we're caught with drugs, we're criminalized to the degree and having to serve real time.
Can we just go back a few decades to where the talking point was Bill Clinton hit the weed, but he didn't inhale?
Yes.
And to where we are now, to having a full-blown drug addict in the White House.
And you could argue,
and that's what, 30 years?
Yeah, was running shit. I mean, and again, like, it went from, Clinton saying he didn't inhale, which is crazy. Just put a blunt in your mouth and just, for what?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Why is it in your mouth if you're not going to inhale it? You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Again, this is this man's mind. To at least when we got to like Bush, both Bush and Obama admitted to using drugs. I think even Bush was like, he used the cocaine. Yeah. So to now, like you said, a full on. Now, Elon did.
What if he was getting high in the Oval Office?
I mean, again, like what you, look at the video that should be playing. It's funny. The video should just keep playing on a loop through this whole conversation. Like, he's high. He looked like he just took some drugs.
Let's play this video right now.
I mean, it doesn't have anything behind it word wise. It's just looking at his face.
Good save.
You know what I'm saying? So Elon said, to be clear, I am.
It's a case we win. We can't lose it.
Yeah. Elon Musk says.
Oh my God.
What?
Just the way he looks is crazy.
Oh, you're just seeing it?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I've never.
Yes. This dude is high out of his mind. Oh. Just like Miracle said, zooming. So Elon Musk,
Jesus Christ.
He's seeing spaceships on base.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
He's for real.
He's going crazy.
That nigga's on SpaceX right now. Damn.
That's where he came up with the name?
Yeah.
Give me that, SpaceX. To be clear, I'm not taking drugs, Elon Musk wrote. The New York Times is lying their ass off. I tried prescription ketamine a few years ago.
Oh, did you?
And said so on X. So this not even news. It helped for getting out of dark mental holes, but I haven't taken it since.
I mean, you was on the Joe Rogan podcast smoking and talking about all the drugs you take, bro. It's like it's too late to backpedal.
Yeah. And again, they're saying he was using ketamine daily and mixing it with other drugs. So they was like, yo, again, billionaire fiend. A straight up fiend. So again, and then when you see, it's like, well, you was on something, and when you was in the Oval Office, you were on something, my man.
I wonder if he's gonna try to blame that on his neurodivergence.
Oh, like he did,
I am so tired.
Like he did the Nazi salute, all of that.
I'm so tired of it.
I'm just saying, like, he's grabbing at all these straws.
Listen,
and people are allowing him to get away with it.
It's become a thing.
It has become.
And I'm trying not to be ableist.
Yeah,
but it has become a thing for people to be horrible human beings.
It's okay. I'm autistic. Yeah.
But can we say that though?
I said something racist. Oh, I didn't understand. I'm autistic. Like, it has become a new pattern.
It's
now.
A new cop out. Yeah,
it's just like,
remember when everybody's blaming it on the zodiac sign? Now this is the next step.
What Roseanne Barr? Where did she blame it on? Her sleeping pills.
I think it was ketamine.
She was on sleep because she had sleep apnea or something like that.
She had some sleeping pills. That's the reason why she was racist.
That's the reason why she was racist.
It's just like this new thing, and it's like, oh, I don't understand social cues. Oh, you're being an asshole. Like, let's be very clear.
Keep it two.
You're being a bigot. Like, stop.
But Miracle, what if you're autistic and on ketamine? Don't you?
What if you're an autistic bigot on ketamine?
Yeah. What if you're an autistic white supremacist on ketamine and mushrooms?
Once he said he did
Adderall,
the Hail Hitler because of his autism.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a rap. Like, and no one checked him on that.
And that's not even autism, nigga. That's Tourette's. That would be a completely different medical diagnosis. And you've never exhibited those signs before.
Once he did that, it was a wrap. It was over.
Yes.
It was done with. Like,
yeah,
because it was just like, why would you let this man do this?
Yes.
And then now he just over here just screwing the world over. Cutting this department, cutting that department, firing this person, taking this person's benefits, and he don't even know what's going on.
Making federal employees
let me ask you a question.
Write essays praising Donald Trump. This is according to a memo for the Office of Personnel Management that you have to write. Again, if Joe Biden said to work at the federal government, you had to praise him, these right-wing Republicans will be going crazy.
It sounds more and more like a cult.
They'll be going crazy. Exactly. Man. Yeah.
I want to ask you both a question.
Yes.
If you were a rich white man for a week, what's the first thing you would do?
Well, how rich?
Elon Musk rich.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely try to use my wealth to improve the lives of, everybody around me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the ketamine. I don't know. I don't understand the idea of having all of this wealth and using it to like penalize and hurt people. I think this is why, interestingly enough, Elon Musk is leaving Washington, right?
Yeah.
Because
is he going back to South Africa? Is Elon Musk a victim of reverse racism?
No, it's funny because he called himself the president's first buddy, which is only somebody on ketamine would think to call themselves
the first buddy?
What the hell? So again, he basically destroyed. Like again, there was a time when Elon Musk was looked at as this like innovative genius, right? And now with what has happened in the election and post-election, he's now an impetulant, like thin-skinned, white supremacist drug fiend. I mean, this is what he is. You know what I'm saying? And so like, and he destroyed his #1 brand, which is Tesla, where so much so that people are putting, I saw a thing where a guy had put like fake scratches on his Tesla to make you think somebody already vandalized it. So nobody would vandalize
fake scratches like decals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. People are changing the name of Teslas and the sales of Tesla are plummeting worldwide. So it's like he destroyed his own, like whatever we thought he was. He showed us who he really was and destroyed it. So again, I mean, if I had this wealth, I would be trying to improve maybe help people that need water and food, and you know what I'm saying? Like, again, we have people starving in Gaza, right? Like, if you're a billionaire, you could maybe facilitate a process so that people can eat, right? They can live. I would think helping people in the Sudan, helping people in the Congo, you have billions of dollars and you have influence. I would think you would be doing that, not running around with a chainsaw celebrating regular Americans losing their jobs. While you have billions of dollars, that's crazy to me.
I think we forget that Elon Musk from South Africa, more than likely white supremacy, attached, adjacent.
I mean, his mother's family did move to South Africa because the Nazi party folded and they wanted a place they can get their racism off at the highest levels.
And
with the best possible climate.
The federal government is the #1 employer of black people,
true,
right?
Very true.
And so when people talk about shrinking the federal government or reducing the federal workforce, they're intentionally talking about firing black people. Like,
yes.
So in my perspective, he came to Washington to do as much harm to black people as he could, and then when he found out like he couldn't, like he did as much as he could. He was like, I'm leaving now.
Yeah,
like it's not going to work because now we're talking about cutting Medicare, Medicaid. We're about to see what having a social net was for. We're about to see the increase of homelessness, increase of violence, and increase of desperation. And we're going to have a person who, for all intents and purposes, did not grow up with the American mindset and understanding American infrastructure, be the root cause of it.
They were saying his policies, the cuts, particularly to like U.S. aid, somebody came out and said that it will probably lead to the deaths of 300,000 children across the world. And so again, if you have billion, like that's your legacy as a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? You had some more?
No, I think it's just not all billionaires are good people. I think we're starting to see that's why billionaires should not
only
exist.
Batman, huh?
But somebody was like, Batman was just an Avenger and literally could just get all his money helping people, but
but you want to go in the subway and beat up poor people,
poor working class people,
when you could just give them money. Like what's wrong with you?
Once he met the Joker, who was on his level, he kind of felt a little bit